The idea is you are not the same with every other person. Your responsibility is far greater than the average man. So you don't eat anyhow. I cannot eat anyhow. Sometimes I don't like the food I eat, but I have to eat it because I need to be healthy. I need to get this. These are not from drinking gari.
I am Dino Dangana, the host of Fit and Well, and with me today in the studio I have my very good friend Mr. Japheth, who is a fitness enthusiast, bodybuilder, and he is also training to be a mixed martial artist. He is studying to be a criminologist as well, and he is a filmmaker. So how do you manage to do all these things at the same time? You build your body, you do martial arts, you are a criminologist in the making, you shoot movies. You know how especially for bodybuilding and martial arts, which I used to think they counteract with each other. You know, how do you manage to go through this?
Okay. The thing is, obsession. Word I like to use obsession because you can have talent, you can have love for something, but if you're not obsessed over something, there's hardly any way you can. That's why you hear people say, I don't have time to go to the gym, I don't have time to do this, I don't have to do that. They actually do have time, but they are not obsessed about doing this thing. If you say come and make money now, they are obsessed about making money, so they can come, create time, and make money, you know. But when it comes to bodybuilding and martial arts, these are two different worlds entirely. It's just that they have the same, they are on the same path, you know. So bodybuilding, this is lifting of weights. Weightlifting and bodybuilding are different, but then you lift weights as a bodybuilder. You know, you go heavy, you go less reps. You go lightweight, you go more reps. You know, for strength, for muscle mass, endurance, hypertrophy, and all that. Whereas martial arts is a bit more complex because you need to be physically strong. You need to have that physical strength to be able to perform certain techniques. You need to be flexible. Sometimes the process of learning martial arts and bodybuilding, the what's the word?
Counteract.
Yeah, they counteract, they clash because bodybuilders are stiff. They're supposed to be stiff. If you're building muscles, your muscles are stiff because you're putting pressure. You know, you put constant pressure on them. So there's hardly any way your muscles will be flexible. Now you have extra work to make them flexible. You have to stretch, passive stretches, static stretches, passive. There are different types of stretches you do as a martial artist and a bodybuilder. Now, somebody who doesn't do bodybuilding, somebody who doesn't lift weights, it will be easier for them to be able to be flexible. And the foundation of martial arts is being flexible because you need to know how to move. You need to know how to move your leg, your waist, your hips, everything moves in martial arts, you know. So you need to be able to have flexibility with your muscles, which is quite hard. But then, like I said, obsession. If you're obsessed about something, you make time. You know, I go to the gym 4 times a week. I train martial arts every day, but I go to my training ground on Wednesdays and Sundays. I always make time. Nothing clashes with my training time. Once it's training time, I make sure I go for training. If I can't go for training, I train in my house, 15 minutes, 20 minutes, 30 minutes. Daily improvement over time. That's what makes you a beast. Yeah.
So which one is tougher?
I've heard people say bodybuilding is tough, bodybuilding is not easy. Trying to push to do a bench press, I can't do a bench press, I can't do sit-ups, I can't do this. But martial arts is even worse. Martial arts is is a combination of even bodybuilding, because in martial arts you need to be strong. You need to have certain level of strength which comes from muscle endurance. That's like push-ups. Most martial art training has to do with like body weight exercises, endurance exercises. Martial arts, ask anybody that knows, anybody that does martial arts, they tell you that bodybuilding is not anywhere close to the toughness of martial arts, because like I said, you have to stretch. You have to stretch. You have to get the technique correctly. You have to perform those techniques correctly. If you're doing bodybuilding, you have different variations of bicep curls. You can do this, it works. You can do this, it works. You can do this, it works. You know, it just depends on what you are looking for, depends on the body parts that you're trying to build. So everything in weightlifting works. Even if you just pick up the bar, you know, you do 10 and drop it, it works. But in martial arts, you have to punch correctly. It has to go in a straight line. You have to get your technique, you have to move your hips, you know, you have to be coordinated. So it's not something, there's no easy way out of martial arts. There's no shortcut. In bodybuilding you can take steroids, you know, in 1 month you are jacked. You can take steroids, you can take anabolics. Supplements are not bad, but you see guys taking supplements. You can be on a strict diet. But there's no shortcut, there's no diet for martial arts. You have to get it right. Your leg has to be able to come on. That's not.
Yeah. I think it was you. I was talking to the other day when I was saying, just like you said, bodybuilding is nowhere close to martial art, because in martial art you're actually going against the anatomy of your body.
Yeah.
You know, like it's not normal for like someone to raise his leg up, to his ears, you know, or bend his legs backwards to touch his head. So you have to train like 10 times
more intense than bodybuilding.
10 times
you have
more.
to train more,
Because
and you have to train every day.
You have to train.
Every day.
That's where consistency.
That's where obsession
comes in too.
Because you can be consistent. Consistency is good, but obsession, sometimes you are consistent, but you are consistent in doing the same thing every day.
Yes.
You can do 5 push-ups every day with consistency. You can be consistent in rubbish. But when you are obsessed about something, it means you are obsessed about wanting to know more, wanting to get better in this thing. That's how martial arts works. When you are kicking and your leg stops here, and you see someone, his leg is stopping here, you want to be like that person. You want to be able to do better. You want to be able to kick higher. So you have to be obsessed about. You find most martial artists, even when they are not training, they are training. They could just, maybe they are cooking in their kitchen and then, you know, they're just doing this, you know, or trying to just
like a video you posted, was it yesterday? Mike Tyson.
Vito,
he just entered the
he just entered and he was like,
it's a normal
thing to him, because that is, you know, they say you are what you give time to.
True.
Somebody who is a pastor, he walks into a place and you greet him, good morning. He doesn't reply you with good morning. Well, most of them, he replies you with God bless you or bless you. You know, because that's his life. That's his lifestyle. He's always blessing people. God blessed him so he can bless people. So it's his lifestyle. He is what he gives time. He has given his time to Christianity, to religion, to God. So he's giving it out back. That's the same thing with martial arts. Bodybuilders, when they go to a place and something is heavy, you don't find them looking for help. They try to want to, you know, pick this thing up, or they try to open something. They demonstrate because to show that, okay, this is where the strength is. But martial artists can be anywhere at any time. You could be in your bathroom, you know, before you shower, you just go wah wah wah, you know, or this is combat. This is the combat style of martial arts. Another form of martial arts, stretching. You could just sit sometimes and, you know, you are stretching. What do they call it? Statically. You're stretching. This is another form of stretching, you know. you're not doing too much, but you are improving gradually, without effort. That's how martial arts work. You could just be twisting your, unconsciously. It's part of training. It's martial arts is not something you do or you learn. It's a practice. It's a way of life. It's something, the way you open your door. You find some martial artists using their legs, So martial arts is all about relearning. You can move your hands, you can move your legs, but you have to learn how to use them more. You have to learn how to use your hand. That's why you find martial artists training their hands, training their grip, training their legs, their fingers, everything. Now you can lift heavier stuff, they can do. So every day as a martial artist, you are training unconsciously because that's your way of life. That's what you give time to. So that is where your focus is.
So you mentioned the other time that you go to the gym 4 times in a week. I am sure you've met people at the gym, because I have, who say something like, how long will it take me to get this kind of a body? Or you hear them talking to the gym attendant that I want to work out for 3 months, I want to work out for 6 months, I just want to lose this fat. There's this misconception that once I work out for this period of time, I am good. Most people don't know that fitness is a lifestyle. It's not something that you start today and then you stop tomorrow. It's something that you have to be doing every day. So have you heard someone say that?
I've heard a couple of people come to the gym, or people come and meet me and be like, hey, I'll get this your body in 6 months, I'll get this in 5 months. But I don't blame them, because most of them are naive. When I started bodybuilding, when I started building muscles, I saw a picture of a guy that I admired. I was like, I need to be like this. When I started, I told myself that in a few months, in 3 months, I think that was what I said. I said in 3 months. When I started working out, when I started building, I started to get more knowledge on bodybuilding, because when you don't have knowledge on something, that's when you cap, that's when you say shit. So when I started bodybuilding, I now discovered that it's not just about lifting weights, there are rules, there are certain laws of nature that you cannot beat. You cannot use 3 months to get. You can only say I can use 3 months to lose so pounds, kg. I can, but you cannot say for sure that you can put a time on a physique. Because there are so many factors that limit that affect your growth. Body types, we have different types of body types. We have mesomorphs, endomorphs, ectomorphs. You need to know which of them you are to be able to come and say you want to beat my physique, or you want to have my physique. Diet is another thing. Now, some people take steroids. You don't know what they are on. You don't know their type of diet. You don't know the type of supplements. You cannot say you want to be able to have this physique in 3 months or 6 months. It becomes a lifestyle when you start. That's why I said when I started, I was naive. I didn't know what I was saying. I just thought it's something you just get into and okay, in 3 months I'll get that body. But most of the guys that you find with let me say average muscular bodies have been lifting for 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 10 years. Somebody like, I don't want to mention his name, but Afam.
Okay.
Afam has been lifting for close to 10 years, and he still looks 2013. He doesn't look like he doesn't look. He looks good, but he doesn't look all that.
Yeah, because he's just obeying one aspect.
Yes.
Just the he's not obeying
the dieting,
the resting.
But he still looks jacked. When you see him, he looks better than you that you're watching. He looks good. So you need to understand that it's not just something. It's not something you do. It's a lifestyle. You have to go to the gym not every day, but consistently. You have to, and not just consistently. You have to push yourself. You have to keep on. There's what we call progressive overload. You progress as you get stronger. The weights become lighter to you, so you now have to push heavier weights. So the stronger you get, the heavier you go. You cannot be on one weight class for a while, for a period of time. You start to shrink. It gets to a point where you start to shrink.
Yeah.
Because your body has gotten used to that weight. So now you have to go higher. Your body, there's something about the human body. The human body is just like a computer. What you give is what you get. So your body can get tired of something, or your body can get used to something. Guys that I've heard people that take drugs, hard drugs, substances. They take like 10 times what an average person would take, because their body has adjusted to that dose. Someone like me takes maybe 1 pill of what they are taking, pass out.
Yeah.
But these guys are taking 10, 20, 30 because their body has adjusted to that.
Yes.
That's the same thing with weightlifting.
Yeah.
Your body will get used to what you
and this thing you just said, that's probably why when people like us don't lift for quite some time, we start getting sick. Not sick per se, but our systems start
because our systems are used to this pattern. Our systems are used to waking up by 5 a.m, 6 a.m, some of us 3, 4 a.m, but now you're not doing that. Your body is not like you are falling sick, but your body is readjusting. But you see it as sickness because it's not something you feel. It's not the usual stuff. So you wake up, maybe you feel weak. Your weakness is the average man's strength.
That's very true.
That's how I see it. Some days when I cheat on my meals and I drink soda. It's been a while I had soda, but sometimes I drink. You just feel like I've worked so hard, so let me just drink soda and I just deserve it. The next day, I deserve it. The next day, when I wake up, I discover my performance is not. My performance will start to depreciate. But it doesn't mean I'm not lifting my 100 kg. I still go heavy. I still go, but I know that I could have done better. But because of this thing that my system is not used to, my body is telling me, what's this? It's like antivirus. Like I said, computer. Let's compare it to computer. Your body has antiviruses that when you start to drink soda, when your body is used to fresh juice and water, and then you now put in soda, which is the virus, your antivirus starts to it starts to operate like this thing is not meant to be in this body. The body starts to it's doing like this,
Very true. There's this thing called epigenetics. Your habits can change your DNA. Do you understand? Your habits can change. So if you think you are not strong, and your skeleton actually can change with time.
I think
so if you think you are not genetically favored
you
to
can
lift weights,
you can
by doing it consistently, you can get the result that you want. Just that it's going to take time.
It will take time.
It's going to take time, So you just have to be consistent in a way. Who's your mentor? Your fitness mentor?
Well, I don't really have a mentor, fitness mentor. I just have, how we have. He did a video on body parts, body muscles, the anatomy of muscles. So I don't have a particular fitness model, But I have guys that I like to pick from. I pick, okay, this guy has good shoulders. I like his shoulders. I want my shoulders to be like this. This guy has good chest. I want my chest to be like. So it's not.
Yeah.
There's no. I don't have a fixed. You know, I don't have someone I would say, okay, this person is that person. I have guys that I look up to because of their calves, some because of their quads, some, you know, because of their biceps, their chest, their abs. You know, we all have. I think most of us bodybuilders have people we can pick from. Yeah, some of us have models, but I don't have a model.
Yeah, I swear by realism.
Yeah,
That is
Ulysses
that
Junior.
not for fitness
Yeah.
as a whole,
Yeah.
but for bodybuilding.
Yeah.
I want
That's
to be
the
like,
physique.
I want to
Yeah.
be like for fitness as a whole. I swear by David God.
Yes. Yeah. Now, he just brought me back to the question he asked me. Like he said, people always say, I want to have this physique. Now, I believe that. I always believe that everybody that is getting into fitness or bodybuilding or body transformation, you should have a goal. You should have someone you want to look like. It might not be one person, it might be like a collection of people, but you cannot start going to the gym without looking up to somebody. It might not be somebody you know physically or somebody you've seen around. It could be on social media.
Yeah, true.
You know, you could just have people, I want to have Kylie Jenner's.
Yeah, someone must have inspired.
Yeah, someone has to inspire you. You don't just come to the gym and you just, that's where most people get it wrong. And then they just come and they don't even do research. They just come to the gym and today they are doing legs, they are doing arms on the same day, they are doing chest on the same day, they are drinking on the same day, you know, cheating meals on the same day. So you need to be, people who do bodybuilding and get to a certain physique can become, they are not coaches, but they can become coaches because they it's like passing down their experiences to you because they've passed through this thing and they've made mistakes, they've done trial and errors. So now they can direct you in a path that you will not make those same mistakes. That's the advantage of bodybuilding. Everybody that has a good physique can be a coach because you know they've been like you before.
So, but you know, like I made a short video some days back about how some so-called coaches, some so-called personal trainers pass down wrong advices and how you have to be very careful the kind of advices you get from people at the gym and also the people you call coaches and all. You know, like there was a time I asked one coach, like not like this guy is slim or the guy is actually jacked. You know, I asked him how to get the delts. And I did ask him because I wanted my delts to be like his own as at that time. You know, so how will I get this thing? Do you know what the guy said? He said just build your bicep. In fact, he didn't say bicep or tricep. He said just get here. That's all. Do you understand? Now, if you are someone who don't make researches and you just take his word for what it is,
you believe that
you will not know anything about building your delts, you know, the whole lateral.
And it could, you know, it could be that he, I don't like to use this word, but he could have good genetics for deltoids, shoulders. So you now thinking he has done something. He may have not done anything special. He must have
the same guy. I don't want to mention his name. I asked him of recent. His traps, he has a good traps. He has a good traps. I was like, how did you get this? He was like, himself. He don't even know self. See, him just they do things. You know? So he might have a very good genetics.
Or that part of his muscle is
for
dominant.
Dominant. Exactly. He might have a very good genetics. But that doesn't mean because you think you have a good genetics, then you shouldn't pay attention to every part of your body. You need to make your own researches. Like one of the things that got me really excited or really interested in this fitness thing was as at that time, you know, we had, when I started working out, I had no coach. You know, I followed no coaching. I was steady researching on my phone. Do you get? There was no much YouTube videos.
Just a
on
few.
you know just little content. Now this was before even 2011.
Yeah.
Do you get the content were not much, so it was just articles, blogs, and also I was constantly reading researches and all these things, how to build this, how to build that, you know. So there's no way you can tell me this and then I'll take this for what this is. I have to go and make my own research.
You have to do research.
You know,
very important.
Is this thing correct? Even if you come to me and ask me for something, I'll tell you, but if I go back, I'll still have to go out and make research to be sure. Sometimes I tell you some things, but then I come back tomorrow and tell you because I go back and make.
That's the good thing about bodybuilding. If you want to do it right, you have to be open-minded. You have to be somebody who knows how to be able to do your research. You know, research is very important. It's very important because the thing about research is every day there are different workouts. People come up with different workouts, different machines, different diets. There are certain diets that go to certain parts of, you know, chicken breast goes to the chest and arms. You know, there are different.
Really?
Yes.
Wow.
You just hearing that. There are different foods that go to. You know, some proteins don't go to some parts of the muscles. It goes directly to some parts. So you need to. These are things that you need to go and make. You need to go and make research on. You know, it's not just. I've heard bodybuilders say. I've heard them say, if you want to get big, just eat as much as possible. Just eat. That is not it. It's not as much as possible. It's what you eat. You have to calculate it. Some people eat in grams. Some people they calculate their protein, they calculate their carbs, their calories. You need to know how if you are bulking, you need to know that you should eat at least 3,000 calories depending on your weight. Now, bulking now has different. I don't want to go into that because that's not what we are here for. But I'm just giving an example now. You know, like I said, bulking. For someone who is bulking, you need to take at least 3,000 plus calories or 2,005. But it depends on your weight. Somebody who is over 100 kg now cannot be on a bulk with 3,000 calories. You have to eat more.
Yes.
You know. So everything is research.
Simply said.
Research upon research upon research upon research. As much you can never know everything. As I'm living here now, by next week I must have found out something wrong I've been doing in my body.
There's a new research I learned about this 2 weeks back about your calves. Your calves are divided into 3. You know, there's part of it that is called the soleus muscles. It just takes 1% of your entire muscles, you know. But then there's a new research that doing soleus push-ups will help. No, just this, you know, will help increase your metabolic rate by far.
Wow.
Do you understand? So if say you are a working class person and you probably don't have time, or you can't make up time to jog, just sit consciously and be doing this. Go and make a research on this. Soleus push-ups. Just go and make a research on this, and you see the benefits of that. So about what he was saying about the calories, and simply said, you know, just if you are bulking.
You need to know whether you're bulking. You need to know cutting.
You need to know if you're
doing big,
or to be shredded.
Or you want to be in the middle. There's what we call dirty bulk, where you are.
Dirty
bulk. Clean bulk.
There's
clean bulk. Dirty bulk is the one that you just get massive. Then there's clean bulk that you you can maintain that cut and bulk at the same time.
Bulk,
So you just have to know what you are looking for first before you can research. Because if you don't know what you're looking for, you cannot do research. You know. So that's the whole point of this is do your research. Do your research. If you want to go into muscle bodybuilding, do your research. If you want to go into martial arts, do your research. Everything is about research. You get better every day. Nobody knows too much. Nobody knows enough. You can never know enough.
At all.
You make constant progress. I've heard people in bodybuilding say, I like my physique now. I just maintain her. I just want to. There's no such thing as maintenance. You get better every day.
Very true.
Even if you are doing the same thing every day, you still get better in some way. You know. That's bodybuilding. It makes you a better person in that field, and outside that field it makes you, because if you are doing research for bodybuilding, that means you are likely to do research on other things of life, work. It makes you a more open-minded person.
And guys, fitness is not just limited to bodybuilding. You know, I know we've been saying bodybuilding since, and I know there are some people who wouldn't really want to be, but then they want to be fit. So fitness is not just about bodybuilding. You can be jogging. Do you understand? Jogging, doing cardiovascular exercise, swimming, skipping, running on the treadmill if you can't go out to run. There are lots of exercises that you can do to keep fit and healthy without growing more. I do not believe, like, there are some guys that will tell you, I know I'm big. I do not believe that there is a man.
It's not true.
That's
a lie. That's a lie. There's no guy. I've heard people come to the gym and then they look at some physique like and they're like, I don't want to have this body. I just want to be fit. It's not true.
I do not believe that.
They know that they cannot put in the work,
the effort.
They don't want to put in the effort. So they just try to look for they say that's why those kind of people can look at us and say these guys are on steroids, because they don't, maybe they've come and they've done 1-2 weeks and they see that shit, my body, so they just feel like this thing is not possible without steroids,
all those things,
or without, not that those things are bad, they are not bad, it just depends on your fitness goals. If you're an athlete, it depends if you need it. Because to be a pro bodybuilder, you must take steroids. Most of them now take steroids, because to be able to compete, people taking steroids. You cannot be natural. There's a level to bodybuilding, but there's hardly any man that you find that will say he doesn't want to have biceps and shoulders. No, it's not true. That's not true. Fucking lie.
It's not true. As long as you have your body still produces testosterone.
It's like a woman saying, I don't want to have
that hips. I don't
want to have tiny waist. I just want to be fit and fat. It's not true. It's not true.
And one more thing about that, some people will tell you that, I'm not fat, it's my bone. Have you ever seen a fat skeleton?
Yeah, I've heard people say that shit before.
I've never seen a skeleton that's fat.
Now even the Goliath skeleton that they said,
guys, do you understand? It's not fat. So that's not how your body is. just don't be lazy. Quit being lazy.
People make excuses when they cannot
do stuff. Go out there, jog 30 minutes a day. 20 minutes a day, 1 hour a day, 4 hours a week.
Let me add to this. There's something called the rule of hundreds.
Okay.
So if you take out 18 minutes every day for 365.
80-20 rule?
Oh. No, rule of 100.
Okay.
Yeah. If you take out 18 minutes every day to do something that you want to improve on, you want to achieve, in 365 days you have done 100 hours. That's the rule of 100.
Okay.
You understand? So whatever you think you don't have time for, 18 minutes every day for 365 days,
18 minutes.
18 minutes.
1-8.
18, 10 minutes and 8 minutes together. 18
For
minutes.
365 days.
You have spent 100 hours doing this thing, which means you are better than somebody who probably does it once a week, twice a week, once a month.
Yes, not just better than somebody.
Better than yourself.
Yeah.
You know, that's the point of bodybuilding and fitness and martial arts and cardio and all of that is to be better than the person you were yesterday. You know,
and to say the truth, not just being better than the person you were physically, mentally, because this thing also increases your mental toughness.
Yeah. Build the body, build the mind.
You know, there's no fit body without a fit mind. Because, guy, for like I always say this, if you want to succeed in life, right? Go to the gym, build your body. If you can build your body, if you can follow the principles that is required for you to build your body, you can achieve success in any area of your life. Because it is the same thing, bro. You have to take that time. You can't just wake up one morning and get a good physique. Do you understand? You have to follow the principles: consistency, patience, you know, persistence, endurance, all these things. Tears, guy.
Sweat, man.
You know, you have to. You are in your office and you are saying they don't want to promote you. What have you done?
Yeah, what have you done?
Even if you have done things, continue doing it, bro. Even if you are killing yourself every day,
keep on killing yourself.
Keep doing it. One day, even if it doesn't pay off in your current place of work, it's going to pay off in your next job.
The thing is, another thing is, but when you start body, let me compare bodybuilding to way of life now and how to succeed with. When you start bodybuilding, you know, you start to lift weights. Maybe most of us in Nigeria, we start with the local weights. You know, we start with the push-ups, and you find people making fun of us. You know, they're making fun of you. They're like, do you want to be a bouncer? Do you want to do this? Everybody thinks they're funny in Nigeria, so they come with these silly jokes and they're trying to be funny, and then they make jokes, and then 3 months you're still making progress, and they're like, okay, this guy is doing well, and then they keep on watching you. It gets to a point where you now start hearing names like my coach, and calling you names like my coach, my mentor, my this, my that. This were the same. I want to be like you. I want to be like you. I go hire you as my bouncer. This now my guy. So they want to relate with you now because you are now a parcel of you are a figure of what I want to say worship. You look like hard work.
Yes,
you look like consistency.
You are the embodiment of hard work.
Yeah, embodiment of hard work. Because now they have seen that this guy. I know when this guy started.
True.
In fact, that is what even makes them attracted to you because they say, I know when this guy started. It was like he was fat or he was slim or he was this. But look at him now. He looks like this. He looks good. I want to be close to him. So when you are talking, the way they relate with you is different because they have watched you. They have watched you and watched you. And now when they see you, you are looking very good. I like your physique. And I've had people come to meet me and say, I cannot do what you are doing, but I just love your consistency. I just love how you look. You know, keep it up. These are guys that used to look down on you, make fun of you, or talk to you anyhow because you just seem. But now let me link it to your office, your work, and your day-to-day activities. When you are doing something, you're not doing it because you want people to watch you. You're not building muscles because you want people to watch you and he's pushing. You are doing it because you want to be a better person. So when you are doing this thing at work, first of all, you start to say, it's too like the do of Asabi. He's doing too much. He's trying to show himself. Meanwhile, you are just being the good person you are. Keep on being that good person. Don't say because excuse me, because they are watching me, because they are talking, I'll stop. Just be a good person. Make sure you don't offend anybody. Be a good person. Over time, your consistency in being a good person, when you work, you are being better, you are being bigger, you are going. It comes to a time where you are now you are now the manager of that place, the MD, or you are given a higher position or rank, and then these people are now, they now want to associate with you, because now they've seen that for you to remain in this place, you've passed through all that shit. Now they want to be close to you. Now they can now learn from you. You can now become someone they can learn from, because they saw you when you started. So try to see bodybuilding as an opportunity to grow in life.
True. Very, very true. Very true. When you do all these things and you speak, they listen.
You listen.
They have no choice.
Yes, they have no choice.
Listen, because they know.
They saw. They experienced.
When you started, so they know that you must have gone through ups and downs to get
there's
to
nothing there's nothing they are going through that you haven't gone through. So they listen to you.
Do you understand? So when you speak with authority. Do you understand? So you see how all these things benefit. So if you are watching us and you think fitness is not for you,
it's for everybody.
It's for everybody. Everybody needs to be fit. Even if you don't want to build muscles, like we want to, but you need to be fit.
Someone the quote said, "Don't let your body make a coward of you." You shouldn't be able to. You should be able to get out of certain. Physically, you need to be able to get out of some conditions. Like how do I put this? You cannot, because of maybe, let me say you want to get out of danger, you need to run from somewhere. Because of your body, your physique, you cannot run. Or you cannot protect your family. You cannot fight.
You know what that means?
You cannot do something. You can't do something that has to do with your body. Because you haven't worked on your body. So don't let your body
be a coward,
or your physique make a coward of you.
Don't be a victim of your body.
Yes, don't be a victim of your body.
So guys, it's very, very important. What food do you swear by?
Well, you know how it is in Nigeria. Dieting is quite hard.
Yeah, true.
But I try to still maintain a very high protein diet. I like to maintain at least 30, 40, 50 grams of protein every day. Every other thing is just an addition, carbs. Of course, if I eat 30 grams of protein, I must eat at least 50 grams, of carbs. I don't want to talk about calories, because the calories depend on what you want to eat, but just prioritize protein. I always make sure I prioritize protein. If I was telling him, if I'm eating spaghetti, I don't eat spaghetti, then I must put beans in it. If I'm eating rice and stew,
if I eat noodles, man, beans, man.
You see, he's crazy. This one is even crazier than me. I've told people that I eat spaghetti and beans, and they're like, "What?" So
spaghetti and beans is like a normal thing.
It's now a normal thing to him, because he doesn't eat what the normal person eats. Now the idea is you are not the same with every other person. Your responsibility is far greater than the average man. So you don't eat anyhow. I cannot eat anyhow. Sometimes I don't like the food I eat, but I have to eat it because I need to be healthy. I need to get this. These are not from drinking gari.
At all, guy.
These are not from drinking gari. These are not from
beer,
and alcohol and shit like that. It's from a high calorie diet with high protein. Not high. It doesn't have to be high, because high protein can actually damage your liver.
Yes.
But then you need to prioritize protein. If you need to eat anything, make sure there's protein in it. Beans, sources of protein include beans, meat, fish, eggs. egg is now expensive. If you cannot eat egg, if you cannot buy egg of, if you cannot buy egg of like 5 eggs, 6 eggs, you can buy 1 egg. You know, it's
Start from somewhere.
Just make sure
beans.
egg. Beans is the major source of
Bro,
protein.
I used to hate beans.
Yeah, I don't even up to now. I don't even like beans, but I have to eat
you
it.
have
I
to.
just have to eat
You know,
it.
it's
Beans
functional.
is disgusting to me.
It's functional.
Yeah, it's not. It's just like shit.
Yeah, so guys, just
Yeah.
take fitness as a lifestyle.
Lifestyle.
You know, don't say 3 months, 6 months. Make it who you are. Increase your health, increase your longevity.
Create time.
Create time for it. There's this guy in the morning that I woke up with. He leaves the gym by 7:30. I need to go walk. By 8 o'clock, I need to go walk by 8 o'clock.
Yeah, that's someone like you.
Do you understand? That's someone like you. I used to think I come to the gym early. I go to the gym by 6 a.m. in the morning. But whenever I go to the gym, I see this guy.
Yeah.
In fact, because of him,
Yeah, so-
Murphy comes to the
Yeah, okay, I think I know that guy, I
earlier.
know
So
that
the guy comes
Yeah, I know
the
that.
guy comes to the gym by 5:30, and before he started coming to the gym, you know, I jog early in the morning,
Yeah.
5 a.m. Before he started coming, I used to see him on the road.
Yeah, I've seen him a couple of
Yes,
times.
I used to see him on the road. He doesn't jog actually because he had an operation. Imagine, he had an operation, but still he comes out to work. He said, he was fat before.
Yeah.
That when he reduced, when the results started showing up, his colleagues in the office were like, "Guy, are you sick? Are you sick?" Do you understand? But it's all out of sheer will, sheer obsession, sheer discipline. He does all these things and then he still goes to work like you. Comes back.
And some of you don't even work.
And some of you
But
don't
you
even
have
work.
time.
Do you
But you don't
understand?
have time.
But you don't have time for.
Be careful.
But very careful. Yeah, so all these things, man. You know, I really enjoyed the discussion today. I promise you we're going to bring the second version.
Yeah,
Right?
promise us that you're going to.
I promise us that
You're not going to be a
fat
fat shit. You're going to work
Don't be a
out.
fat shit.
Work out in your house, in your church.
Yeah,
When you're
you
pastor.
don't need to go to
Yeah,
the
you
gym
don't need to
self
go to the gym. When you're going to
Press
do
up,
offering in church, you
do
can
dips.
squat to the offering basket. You know, you can do push-ups before you bring out the. You know, just make sure you are always working out.
True.
Always
Facts.
doing
This is not a
something.
joke.
Yeah, it's not a joke.
Don't take
Don't
it
take
very,
it.
take it very serious. Yeah, but for now, we have to do some push-ups.
Yeah, so
before. So.
yeah.